Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about certain combinations which can help you know about your health prospects, and with the help of which you can know how healthy you are going to be and how is your life going to be and how much resistance you have to fight against diseases, and during what dashas, what periods you should be more careful about your health, because during these times of coronavirus everybody is scared to go out and to move freely, because we do not know that if we will get infected by this disease or any other disease. So by and large everybody is curious to know about their health prospects, and I thought this is the right time that I should share my thoughts on this concept, where we can know what are the areas which will help us know uh, about our illnesses, and which will also help us know how healthy we are going to be. So let me share with you all those thoughts related to the health part. See, first of all, we have to give importance to the lagna, because lagna is the most important house for any native. It is your entire body and it is your entire life. It is your entire, you can say, health also. So it should be given lot of importance. And second thing is the lagna lord, the ascendant lord. So how you manage your body, how you manage your life is all seen by the ascendant lord. So these two areas you should give lots of importance to. First let me tell you about these two areas, then we'll move on to the other areas with which we can know about our health prospects. See, first of all, lagna should be strong. By strong I mean to say it should be having good planets, like benefic planets posited on the lagna, or the benefic planet should be aspecting the lagna, or the lagna should be having Shubh Kartari yoga. By Shubh Kartari I mean that on the second house and on the 12th house there should be benefic planets present. So if your lagna is strong and there is no malefic planet sitting on the lagna or aspecting your lagna, then it is a good indication that your health will be by and large good throughout the life. After that, you have to see where is your lagna lord sitting. See, if your lagna lord has gone to the trig bhavas, that is the 6th house, 8th house or the 12th house, it is not a good sign for you. It will harm the health, it will make you physically delicate, not so strong. If your lagna lord is posited in the lagna itself, or if it is in the kendra houses or in the trinal houses, or if your lagna goes to the second house or to the 11th house, in that case also it will give you good health. So these are some of the houses where it will do you good. But also you should know that wherever your lagna lord will go, it will never harm that house. So which means if your lagna lord goes to the 8th house, it will always give you good life, long life. But at the same time, 8th house is 8th to your lagna. So it means it will make your health delicate. It is not supporting your health. It is supporting your longevity, but not supporting your health, because from lagna it has gone to the 8th house. It will do good to the 8th house but not to you. So 8th house prospects will prosper in this case. After this, you have to see the presence of benefics in the kendra. If your benefics are present in the kendra, they will give you good health. They will save you guard from diseases or operations or accidents. It's a good sign. It is also said, it is written in the ancient texts, if your lagna is having Jupiter like planet, it will destroy about 1 lakh evils from the chart. It is so good to have Jupiter in the lagna. Similarly, if you are having Venus in the lagna, it will destroy about 10,000 defects from your chart. And if you happen to have Mercury in your lagna without any affliction, Mercury should always be placed alone. If you have Mercury in the lagna It will destroy about 1000 evils from your chart. Other than the Lagna, any benefic in the Kendra is supposedly good, and malefics on the Lagna or in the Kendra, they are not good. They will harm the health. They also make one prone to accidents if malefics are in the Kendra. Now, if your malefics are in the 5-9 houses, trinal houses, that is also not good, because the trinal houses are the pillars of your health. So they will weaken those pillars by being placed in the 5th and 9th house. If your malefics are in the 3rd house, 6th house and 11th house, these are 3 houses where malefics will give you stamina, they will give you good health. These people are very strong, they are very hardworking, and they are generally physically very strong, and they have good immunity against diseases. They will never fall sick very soon, and even if by chance they fall sick, they will revive back very soon. So it is a good indication for malefics like Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars or Sun to be present in the 3rd house, 6th house or 11th house. After we have studied all these things, we should come to the planet Moon, because Moon is a very important planet when it comes to the health prospects of a person. See, your Moon should be strong, it should be aspected by a benefic or conjunct with a benefic, and it should be in the Kendra or the trinal houses, and it should have Paksh Bala also. So let me give an example to you to explain this. Suppose you are born during the daytime and your moon is of the Krishna Paksha. Krishna means it is waning moon, it is decreasing moon, and you are born during the daytime and this moon is in the 6, 8 or 12 houses, then it is good for you, it will give you good health. Now on the other scenario, if you were born on the time of waxing moon, when moon was growing, and you were born at night and your moon is in the 6th, 8th or 12th house, this is also a good combination for good health. So these two things you should always keep in mind, and moon should be at least 4 houses away from sun to be strong enough. So look out for these things in your chart. And after you have seen the strength of moon, you should give importance to the 8th house. See, 8th house should also be strong because it will give you longevity. The 8th lord should either be in the 8th house or it should be in the Kendra houses or trinal houses, then it becomes strong. So it will give you long life. Now, 8th house should not be possessed by malefics. If malefics are present in the 8th house, they can give you proneness towards accidents or chronicity, chronic diseases. So malefics in the 8th house, they do not do good for your health. Benefics in the 8th house are also not considered good, but at the same time, if somebody happens to have a chronic disease, benefics will save you guard from that, and they also give long life if they are present in the 8th house. Now, Saturn is the only planet, only Karka, who if present in the 8th house will give you a long life. So Saturn is considered good in the 8th house. Similarly, Mars is considered good in the 6th house for your health prospects. Now, after you have seen the 8th house, you have to make sure that the 8th house should not be stronger than your Lagna, because then it is not good for you. It should be strong, but it should not be stronger than your Lagna, because 8th house is all about chronicity in life, suddenness, major transformations. So they should not be stronger than you. You should be stronger so as to be able to come out of those things. And after that, you have to give importance to your Sarvashtak Varga chart. So go to the Sarvashtak Varga chart if you happen to have that software. usually all softwares will show you about the Ashtak Varga score. There you see how much score you are getting in your 8th house and you are getting in your Lagna. These two houses should have 28 or more points. See, it is always good to have 28 or more points in any given house. So 8th house should not have more than 28 points and it should not have more points than your Lagna. It should be always little lesser than the Lagna, and higher the points in the Lagna, better it is for you in terms of your health. So these are some of the things that you should keep in your mind while analyzing about somebody's health. Now I will tell you another important thing. See, if you are going through a Chidra Dasha period, then also you have to be very careful. Now, what is a Chidra Dasha period? See, when your one Mahadasha is ending and it is in the last Antara, that is the start of the Chidra Dasha period. And when the new Mahadasha is starting, the first Antara is a difficult period for you. So the outgoing Dashas last Antara and the incoming Dashas first Antara will always be the same, which means if you are you happen to have Jupiter Mahadasha, so the first Antara would be of Jupiter only. So this period of transition from one Mahadasha to another Mahadasha would be a weak period for you. During that time, a person is susceptible towards any kind of harm, any kind of losses, and people can fall sick during that time. So Chidra Dasha should be taken care of. After that, if you are undergoing any Dasha of 8th Lord or any planet who is running its Dasha and it is aspecting your 8th house, any connection with the 8th house during the Dasha time should be taken care of, because that can also harm your health. If you are going through a Dasha of 6th Lord, 6th house, 8th house, 12th house, 3rd house or 11th house, and if these Dasha lords are making any connection with your Lagna, then also you have to be very careful. See, because these are the houses which can give you trouble related to your health, especially when the lords are making connection with your Lagna Lord. So that time you have to be careful. But if your Lagna Lord is not connecting with these lords of 3, 6, 8, 12 houses, 11, then you need not be worried about, because then you will not be harmed. But if these lords are also connecting with your Lagna or its lord, then you have to be careful during their Dasha. Now there is another Dasha which you should be very careful of, and that is the period of your 22nd Dreshkon. See, 22nd Dreshkon is your 8th house in your D3 chart. When you open your D3 chart, go to the 8th house, that is your 22nd Dreshkon. So whenever the Dasha of the 8th Lord of D3 chart is running, that period you have to be very careful of, because that period usually causes disease, and any planet who is posited in that house can also give you health issues during its Dasha. So this also should be kept in your mind. Also, you should give importance to your Atmakarka Graha. So I have made separate videos on Atmakarkas, but let me tell you in summary that Atmakarka Graha is the most important planet with the highest degrees in your chart, and it is all about your soul. So if it is weak, or if it is posited in weak houses, or if it is debilitated, then also the person suffers in terms of health. So it should be strong enough to give you a good health. Like we talked about Atmakarka, Sun should also be strong for a good physique, for a good health, because Sun is a Karka of good health. So Sun should also be strong while we are looking out for the health prospects of a person. After that, you have to give importance to the 64th Navamsha. Now, many of you may not be knowing about the 64th Navamsha, so let me tell you about that. See, it is the period of okay, first let me tell you what it is all about. You have to open your Navamsha chart and look where your moon is posited. From the moon, count 4 houses. So the 4th house from wherever your moon is going to be your 64th Navamsha. Let's take an example. Suppose your moon is in the Aries sign in your Navamsha chart. It is in the Aries Navamsha. From there you count the 4th house, and that is the Cancer sign. So which means the dasha of Cancer or the dasha of moon would be not good for your health. And if any planet is posited in the 64th Navamsha, it is also capable of giving you health issues. So always be careful during the dasha of the 64th Navamsha lords. So friends, these are some of the points which you should always keep in your mind if you are worried about your health prospect, and if you happen to see anything which is not going in favor of your health, then better try to get it fixed and be careful about taking any risk, especially during these times of corona. So I want to thank you all for listening, and please do share and press the like button if you think that this video was helpful to you, and this motivates me to bring up more videos. And I want to thank you all for listening.